Did you see that coming when she sat us down here?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 teen movie plot twists you didn't see coming.
Because I sure don't see it.
Is that Olive with Brandon?
No. What the hell, right?
You mean I'm really nominated?
For this list, we'll be looking at unpredictable films about or targeted towards young adolescents and teens that threw us unbeknownst curveballs and left us picking our jaws up off the floor. This video will expose these movies' unforeseen twists, so this is your spoiler warning. Let us know in the comments which movie had you shifty-eyed and questioning, where did that come from? Number 10. Regina George gets hit by a bus. Mean Girls. Topping the box office in 2004, this teen comedy focuses on Katie's struggles fitting in with the popular crowd at a new high school.
So you've actually never been to a real school before? Shut up. Shut up!
I didn't say anything.
Just like Katie, we all idolize the Plastics' popularity. Who wouldn't want to fit in with them? Regina and Katie embark in a friendship facade, but when the burn book is exposed, their friendship starts to implode. While the audience expects Katie to be next in line to dethrone Regina of her queen bee status, what happens to Regina during a heightened argument between them comes completely out of left field. The Plastics leader is abruptly and unexpectedly taken down by a school bus.
You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
Talk about karma rolling back around to get you.
And that's how Regina George died. No, I'm totally kidding. But she did get hurt.
Number 9. Bella Swan-Cullen lives on as a vampire. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1.
To have and to hold.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
The forbidden love between a vampire and a human in the Twilight Saga captivated our hearts. However, Bella's life and safety always seemed vulnerable during her relationship with Edward.
I know what you are.
Say it. Out loud. Say it.
Vampire.
In this second to last installment of the series, Bella is impregnated with Edward's partial vampire child. But due to the strain on her health, he must make a devastating decision. Edward opts to save Bella by injecting her with his venom after childbirth, which ultimately deprives her of her humanity.
It's supposed to be working.
Watching him perform this act, while taking into consideration his previous reluctance and reticence, was quite the surprise. And then, just when all human life from Bella appears to be drained, the sound of her new vampire life begins to beat, and she opens her eyes. Number 8. Micah gets more than just guidance from the guidance counselor, Easy A.
Let me just begin by saying that there are two sides to every story, and this is my side, the right one.
Written by Bert V. Royal, this quirky teen comedy focuses on high school student Olive Pendergast. She inadvertently develops a false promiscuous reputation, which results in mandatory meetings with the school guidance counselor, Mrs. Griffith. At one point, it becomes known that Micah, the boyfriend of Olive's nemesis, Mary Ann, has contracted a sexually transmitted infection.
I said I got it from Olive Pendergast. I know, but what was I supposed to say?
This is a peculiarly touchy situation since Micah is part of Mary Ann's strict church group. Given Olive's so-called tainted character, all suspicions point to her as the transmitter. To our and Olive's astonishment, though, Mrs. Griffith confesses the secret affair to her.
He's not the sharpest Christian in the Bible, all right? And then we find out that he has chlamydia. And so then he's telling everybody that it was you. So he has to say, because he didn't want me to lose my job, and he doesn't want to get in trouble either. So he said it's you. I'm sorry.
This relationship between a legal student and a guidance counselor was never anticipated, and had us side-eyeing Mrs. Griffith for the remainder of the film. On that note, she is probably the last person Olive should be seeking guidance from.
The worst crime a woman could commit was, in fact, adultery.
Number 7. Mark Loring admits his feelings for Juno MacGuff. Juno. Creative genius Jason Reitman directed this young adolescent film centralizing on the pregnant Juno.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it up for adoption, and I already found the perfect couple. They're gonna pay for the medical expenses and everything, and what 30-odd weeks we can just pretend that this never happened.
You're pregnant?
I'm sorry.
The story follows the teen carefully handpicking a family that she feels comfortable enough around to raise her unborn child. In the hopes of creating a bond between her and the soon-to-be parents, Mark and Vanessa, she spends quality time with both members of the family.
We would really appreciate it if you would just, keep us updated on any doctor's appointments or ultrasounds or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
If it's not too much.
No, right, for sure. Yeah, you want to know how your kids are cooking. I get it.
As Juno is expecting to welcome her child into a happy home with a solid foundation, she is blindsided when Mark admits that he has developed feelings for her, who is only 16.
How do you think of me? Why are you over here?
I just like being a piece of furniture in your weird life.
Mark destroys their adoption agreement and abandons his marriage all in a few scenes, while his attraction to Juno and his decision to separate from his wife leave a repulsive taste in our mouths.
What's the matter?
Just a little hormonal, right, Juno? It's part of the process.
What did you do?
Didn't do anything.
Number 6. Kitty sends out love letters. To all the boys I've loved before.
My letters are my most secret possessions. There are 5 total. Kenny from camp, Peter from 7th grade, Lucas from homecoming, John Ambrose from Model UN, and Josh.
In this film, Susan Johnson and Sofia Alvarez present the story of the reserved Lara Jean Covey, who writes love letters addressed to her crushes. Without the intention of sending the letters, she keeps them safe by hiding them in her closet, or so she thinks.
The letters are out. They're out. There's nothing you can do about it.
The biggest shock in this teen rom-com is who the distributor of the letters is. The culprit ends up being Lara Jean's seemingly innocent little sister, Kitty.
You look so lonely, and I can tell Peter liked you, and I know you wouldn't do anything about it. So you just sent all 5 of them? I thought 5 chances at a boyfriend was better odds.
In Kitty's defense, she was trying to help her sister go for what she truly wants. That being Peter Kavinsky. And in the end, her twisted scheme works out for Lara Jean. We are even given an extended look into their blossoming love story in the sequel, where Lara Jean ultimately chooses Peter over John Ambrose.
It's Peter.
I'm sorry.
Number 5. Jamie Sullivan's Health Confession. A Walk to Remember. This teen romance has a soft spot in our hearts. To sum it up, Landon Carter, a rebellious student, must partake in the school play to avoid more serious punishment for his bad boy behavior. If he promises to avoid falling in love with her, do-gooder Jamie Sullivan says she will agree to help him.
Please.
Okay. One condition, though, Carter.
What's that?
You have to promise you won't fall in love with me.
That's not a problem.
Of course Landon does fall for her. The movie follows the blossoming romance between the two, which inevitably causes the audience to root for them. But then, Jamie pulls the plug on their happily ever after when she announces to Landon that she has leukemia and hasn't been responding to treatment.
So why didn't you tell me?
The doctor said I should go on and live life normally as best I could.
We won't spoil the ending, but just thinking about it makes our hearts break for Landon and Jamie all over again.
I can't see it, but I can feel it.
Number 4. Billy Loomis and Stu Macher are revealed as Ghostface. Scream. As a teen horror film, this entry differs slightly from the rest on the list. But there's no denying Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson's revolutionary take on the slasher genre packs a mind-boggling twist.
Corn syrup. Same stuff they use for pig's blood in Carrie.
The film centers on Sidney Prescott, who begins receiving threatening phone calls.
So, who are you?
The question isn't, who am I? The question is, where am I?
Unfortunately, her friends fall victim to the masked assailant making these calls. The audience is taken on a long haul to try and solve the case.
I didn't kill anybody. Nobody said you did.
Thanks, buddy.
As if knowing that people close to her have had their lives taken isn't earth-shattering enough, Sydney's worst nightmare eventually comes true. During an attack, Billy, her boyfriend, and his co-conspirator Stu, also her friend, step forward and admit to what happened, which makes us, the audience, do exactly what the movie's title is: scream!
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Number 3. Thomas J. Sennett dies from bee stings. My Girl. On-screen childhood love stories often end with a happy ending. Unfortunately, in Howard Zief's film, this is not the case. Veda Sultanfuss and Thomas J. Sennett are best friends who spend most of their time together. As a hypochondriac, Veda chooses to be scared of death, and mostly everything else. Thomas J. suffers from several allergies, which limits him from most activities. One thing we know is that they are not afraid of each other, and their friendship grows into something more.
You ever kissed anyone? Like they do on TV? Mm-hmm. No. Maybe we should. Just to see what's the big deal.
One day, Thomas J. braves locating Veda's lost mood ring while knowing it's under a bee's nest.
My mood ring! It fell off. I gotta find it.
So when we find out he died from an allergic reaction resulting from a bee attack while attempting to be Veda's hero, and that the two didn't have the chance to say goodbye, our hearts are completely shattered.
No, sweetheart. You can't.
Why not?
He was allergic to bees.
He's okay, isn't he?
There were just too many of them.
Number 2, Simon Spier's secret admirer. Love, Simon. In this teen rom-com, Simon withholds his sexual orientation, fearing true acceptance from his friends and family. When he's told of an online post by a fellow student written under the alias Blue, Simon is encouraged to explore his sexuality.
Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. One minute I'm on top of the world, and the next I'm at rock bottom. Over and over, all day long, because a lot of my life is great, but nobody knows I'm gay. Blue.
Remaining anonymous, Simon as Jacques reaches out to Blue by email. While bonding, several events transpire, one being that Simon is outed.
Dear fellow Creekwood students, Simon Spier has a secret male pen pal, because he's gay.
This leads Simon on a hunt to track down the real Blue. Simon invites his pen pal to reveal himself at the school carnival. And when Blue is ultimately revealed as Bram, one of Simon's peers whom he caught kissing a girl, our jaws dropped.
It's you. It's me.
After Bram explains himself, the two are able to fearlessly ignite their relationship together.
Are you disappointed that it's me?
No.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Augustus Gus Waters is dying. The Fault in Our Stars. This tragic teen film was developed on the basis of John Green's 2012 novel. While attending a cancer support group, Hazel Lancaster sparks a friendship with Gus Waters over common interests, including novels.
Your interests, your hobbies, your passions, your weird fetishes.
Weird fetishes.
Come on, just think of something. The first thing that pops in your head, something you love.
An imperial affliction.
Okay. What's that?
It's a novel. It's my favorite novel.
She recommends one written by Peter Van Houten that relates to their situations. The two chase the author to Amsterdam, and on their journey, they fall in love.
Try to recapture the happiness within yourself. Think of all the beauty in everything around you. And be happy.
Hopeless romantics everywhere were cheering for Gus and Hazel to live happily ever after. But we were thrown a mega curveball when Gus confesses that his cancer has come back and his life will soon come to an end. We were in just as much shock and heartbreak as Hazel was because up until that point, we were led to believe that Gus was strong and possibly even stronger than her.
I had a PET scan. And it lit up like a Christmas tree. Lining my chest, my liver, just everywhere. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.